Okay, so we're going to take a look at the GuruStick here. Now the GuruStick is a simple USB thumb drive which can be used by the customer, okay, in order to turn any Windows PC on his network into a remote diagnostic gateway for us to be able to support our machines. So it begins with, for the newer machines, we'll have this USB thumb drive actually plugged into the back of the control panel. And for existing customers, this would be something that we could send out to them. It's a simple thumb drive that can be stuck in a regular envelope and mailed out overnight without any problem. But we'll take a look at what I've got a video here of showing it in the back of the machine. So they'll open up the control panel and they'll pull the USB stick out, and then they'll place it into a PC on their network. And when they do that, as you'll see here, okay, so then you'll see the following screen open up on their computer. And they're going to click on the open folder, which is going to show them the contents of the stick, which includes a data folder and then a startup batch file, which they can double click on this startup to execute, which will run a script that initiates TeamViewer, which is the software that we're using, which will grant us from our office access to the customer's PC, his Windows computer, and it's through that computer then that we'll talk to the machine. This is not anything that was installed, okay? This is just running right off of the GuruStick, so nothing got installed on the customer's computer. And you'll see that it automatically provides a user ID and a password. At that point, you can read the message here showing that they need to contact their support specialist and provide them with this information. Okay. Now, normally we would be in communication with them already and tell them to go, open up the machine, get the GuruStick out, plug it in your PC, and tell me what you see. So we'd be walking them through this process most likely anyway. Okay, but once they do that, we're going to take over the machine, at which point I will then be running the laptop remotely, okay? And I would then go into their data folder, and at this point we've got some basic tools that are available to us, okay, immediately, which is BNC Viewer is a tool that we can use to view the machine control, okay, from their PC. This would be something we could even walk them through using with just the GuruStick, because as you see, this is not encrypted or anything like that. So they can go ahead and run this. And again, this is software which is not being installed on their PC. It's just running directly from the stick. Okay, and that's important because some people are going to be uncomfortable with having to install software on a computer, which we're not requiring them to do. None of what's on the GuruStick needs to be installed on their computer. It's simply running on their computer, but it's installed on the stick, okay? So it's not actually being installed on their computer. So if they connect, this would allow us to view their machine, for instance, okay? In which case you could, and like I said, this is actually the machine itself. So, you go in and look at, some of their setup screens. You can go in and look at their diagnostic screen, okay, and able to get some information. You could also use this to do some remote training, right? Because we could be able to walk them through the screens and explain something to them, and they're going to see, if they go to the machine, they're going to physically see exactly what we're seeing here. So if they were on a cell phone out by the machine or on a company phone, they'd be able to see us changing their screens and talking about whatever it might be that we're showing them. So we also have in here what we call the PBI transfer tool, which stands for processor variables here. But this is a tool that I can use remotely to do some front-level diagnostic of the machine. kind of like a first line of defense type of thing. Um, and actually this tool is pretty powerful. I can back up, we can use this to make a backup of their compact flash card if they have a compact flash card reader. I can also remotely back up the variables on the machine to a file that we could then analyze. We would be able to change variables through this because we can read and write to the machine. We can check the machine state. We can download the system logger. Okay, so let's say the machine has got a history of crashing, but they can't reproduce it, right in front of us. Well, we can download the logger and see what some of the system states were when it crashed last. Okay, that's something that's on the machine itself that we can download here using this tool. Okay, and it's just with some simple instructions here that you create. I've got one, the standard one that I've got loaded, and is to download that logger file. So we'll go ahead and execute that. Okay, and again, this is software that's running off of the GuruStick on the customer's Windows PC that we're operating for them remotely. So they don't have to know how to run this stuff because I'm going to be able to have control over their PC and to run these things for them. Okay, and again, it's not software that installed on their PC. It's software that's installed on the GuruStick, and I'm simply using it and just using their PC as a host, okay, to run through. So you can see that this connected to the machine, downloaded the file, and then disconnected from the machine. So let's take a look at that. Okay, you'll see here that it created a file that we can now view and analyze that's got system log information in it. And, if there had been any fatal errors here, you'll see some of these red ones here would give us some information to work with to diagnose the problem. Okay, so that's a great tool. And again, we've got that available to us right at the front level. I've also got a portable version of some compression software in case we need to send them a compressed file. We can decompress the file using our own decompression software. Again, not having to worry about whether or not they've got something installed on their PC. We just run it right off of the GuruStick. And then, if necessary, we can go to a more advanced solution, okay, which we have on this stick, okay, an encrypted Windows XP machine that has our development software installed on it. So there's literally a virtual PC with Microsoft Windows XP on the GuruStick, which I can operate and run and function with as if it was one of my own computers. Okay, so this is where the real magic happens. So let's take a look at that. Okay, so you can see that it's a rather large file. Okay, it's 14 gig here, and what this is an encrypted hard drive. Okay, and I've got software called TrueCrypt, which again doesn't have to be installed on their PC. It's installed on the GuruStick. I'm able to execute that. Okay, and with that, I'm able to mount that. See right here, I'm going into the GuruStick itself. Okay, I'm able to mount that file to an available drive, okay, on their computer. So, and this is all password protected. Okay, so now you can see that there's a 14 gigabyte file mounted to the X drive. Okay, so let's go ahead and open that. So this is just their standard Windows Explorer here. You'll see now that their computer has an X drive that it didn't have before. And on that X drive is what's called a portable virtual box. Now that, again, is on our GuruStick. All right, so let's take a look at that. This gives us some software that I can run. Okay, and we have to tell Windows to allow this to run, and that's just standard to prevent unknown executables from running. But you allow that to run. Okay, and again, without installing anything on the customer's computer, I'm able to boot this machine up. So you see a window opens up. That window is a virtual PC. You see this is it's Oracle's virtual machine, which is called VirtualBox. They acquired this from Sun Microsystems. Well, when they acquired Sun Microsystems itself. Okay, so let's it's a little bit bigger. All right, so this is literally okay. So this actually boots up a PC that we can log into. Okay, now this is now, like I said, it's a virtual PC running on their running off of the GuruStick itself. Their computer is hosting this. So any changes I make to here, this is not affecting their PC at all. This is actually my own PC, okay, that's on the GuruStick. All right, and on here, as you can see, we've got our Automation Studio software, okay, which we can use in order to, we can download the project to the machine here. We're able to open that up and do absolutely full diagnostic as if I was there at the machine at the customer site. Okay, this would have everything on it that I have on my own laptop in order to work on the machines. Right? So this would allow me to make very complicated changes, do very low-level diagnostics on the machine, analyze code step by step, run a debugger, the whole 9 yards. Okay, so this is a very powerful tool. And again, this is within an encrypted hard drive. Okay, and you can see that you saw that licensing message there. Okay, we ship this out with an unlicensed copy. If I need to, I can license it remotely. But again, that's within an encrypted hard drive, okay, which is containing the copy of Microsoft Windows and the copy of Automation Studio. Those are the only 2 licensed pieces of software that we're using here, and so those are within the encrypted hard drive in order to prevent anybody from unauthorized usage of that. And you'll also notice while it's opening, we've also got the same folder here, okay, that if I need to, I can use like the VNC viewer, the PBI tool, from within my own XP environment. Okay? So we can do that either within the encrypted environment or outside of the encrypted environment. Both versions exist on the stick there. Okay, so you can see now that Automation Studio is open, which is the VNR development environment that we use for developing the machine control. At this point, we can do a great deal of low-level diagnostics on the machine. Okay, so that concludes the video on the GuruStick here. Should be an excellent resource if necessary. Of course, we don't ever want to need to use the stick, but for the low cost of producing the stick, we've got a tremendous set of tools which we can provide very affordably with each machine we ship, letting them know that there's not going to be a whole lot of headaches. Okay? If they've got a Windows PC and they know how to, connect the machine to their network, they can plug this thing in and give us remote access to the machine without any problems. So with that, thank you.